And then some months later, we had the first release. These are just a couple of the things. We've done a lot more, but some main things that you could rerun the single sectors, have the plot legend, yeah, some other small things, seeing the plots after rerun, things like that. And then in release 2, we enabled that you could actually edit the input parameters. So not only starting from WinSim 11 and uploading the projects that you, before you had to like download the project, change the settings and upload once more, but now we can just do that straight into the accelerator. Also, we introduced subscription credits and a lot of things around the user management, so that you have a company with multiple users, you have some read-only users or users that can edit projects, things like that. Also, even easier ways to restart the simulations, not only like one simulation or one sector, but multiple sectors. And also on the back end, like if we see the project's not start, we have some more logic to retry, to start again, maybe spin up a new machine and run there. So we've done a lot of things in the back end to make it more stable. Then in April this year, around Easter, we made even more. We released WinSim 12 right afterwards, but to be able to have WinSim 12 also enabled with Accelerator, we needed to implement a lot of changes there as well. So most of the changes in this release was related to WinSim 12. So everything we have in WinSim 12, or most of it, is then also enabled in Accelerator. We've done even more things in between. A lot of bug fixes. We released Accelerator in China. It was a big job, and continuously we're working on more things, making the simulation more stable and faster. That's been one of the big things. Yeah.
Thanks. So we'll do a little tagging back and forth here. In terms of the roadmap, I believe that the main usage of WinSim, the main benefits, has been seen in the detailed planning and siting phase of the life of a wind farm. And this is where we're continuing to spend most our efforts, where the users are, highly skilled, typically, wind analysts, eventually. So people with a strong technology or engineering background. And the themes around our efforts there is to move the whole user journey, the whole tool set into the cloud and make it available through browsers. Today, there's a desktop component, there's a cloud component, and there's a desktop component. Theo will show you shortly the progress that we're making to make the whole tool available in a browser. So it's about utilizing the cloud and then to approve and extend the Accelerator user experience for wind analysts. So a couple of benefits here. It will increase the user friendliness. So we are evaluating all initiatives, how they will make the impact versus effort with respect to user friendliness, and also efficiencies, so that not only are we running simulations faster, but also that it's a more easy tool to use for you, so that your day and your job becomes easier. We are now looking at and working with Arcgis to introduce global maps and different data sources into the solution. We're also looking at improving our visualization capabilities, because we know that this is useful for you as an analyst, but it's also an important way of communicating the results and the recommendations of your work. And we have a good discussion now with the EMD about how making the flow from WinPro to WinSim more convenient. Because EMD, they basically would like to see easier access to WinSim, because they see, for example, cases around stability and so on. It makes sense for them to have access to different flow model systems. So this is our kind of the main thrust. We also know that quite a few of you also use WinSim for screening or suitability studies. Arne mentioned the Norwegian WinAtlas as kind of one example, but we also have customers that are now deploying Accelerator to do screening of large areas. We see some interesting opportunities to complement WinSim with GIS functionality to tailor a solution to a little different type of users, because it's not only the CFD experts that is working here, but there's also project developers that have different skills and that also have to look at a multitude of data, not only WinFlow models. So this is our we're doing some interesting things there. And then thirdly, we're more, I would say, more opportunistically looking at supporting some select use cases during the operating phase. And again, this is what, for example, Ventynt will talk about shortly. Then on offshore, WinSim Accelerator is used in offshore projects today. We basically have two tracks. One is a technology development track, where we are looking at how to best address the specific offshore challenges, including intra and inter-park wake, blockage, challenges around nearshore wind farms and stability, and also using Meso-Marco coupling to address these. And in general now we're engaging with a broad set of stakeholders to really understand what are the challenges and what will our contributions be. So that concludes the high-level roadmap, and then I'll pass it back to Theo, who will continue and talk about WinSim 12.
Yeah, thank you. So